at the back.
Okay, so Abram, Casper, Lise. So kinda like that. I probably should just like stick them more.
Put some name tags on them.
I mean, there are, but I do not know how I can
If
make
you
it
right click,
so you can see them.
if you right click them and go into settings, you should be able to.
I mean, I clicked to show nameplates, but I'm not sure. Player permissions C.
Yeah, permission C.
General permissions C. Okay.
Alright, now I can see Abram.
Okay, that's really unintuitive to find these player permissions. Alright. So far, you can see the corridor in front of you. The doors to the right and the left seem to be closed. And as we are proceeding, probably already that deeper in. Or maybe first question, Frederick, as you're like in this place, do you check the door and the whatever is behind it?
Yes.
Alright. Okay, you find out something akin to a small like storage closet. And whatnot.
Anything of note?
And yeah, you do find so like peek in and check it. You do find a single bullet hole from a kinetic weapon and a spray of blood.
But no body?
Indeed. If you want to like figure out something more, like analyze it more, you can make a skill check.
What kind of skill check would it be, and would anyone else in the party be better at that?
I mean, just take in what happened and figure out what might have happened from the clues. So it could be like notice wisdom or.
Well, I'm pretty sure someone got shot in here.
Yeah, that's.
And then someone else removed, and then either the same person or something else removed the body, because then there's no body in here.
I mean, you could have like.
Or someone got shot and walked away.
Or maybe something else.
But no blood on the floor.
There's a little bit, yeah. There's some.
Was there a hole in the door?
Let me see if someone. Hole in the door? No. And
Okay.
yeah, James is like, you found something, sir? Because his specialty, non-combat specialty, is heal check, and heal check can also be used to like maybe analyze like bodies and stuff like that. So you can either go with like notice skill check if you want, or
I'd move on to check this door wall, like either up and check the next one, and I'm checking the one on the right again. The small one.
Alright. This one actually reveals some sort. Oh my god, not this. Reveal areas of height.
Yeah, I had the same problem with it.
You'll find Oh my god, what's the like bathroom?
Shower?
Like shower, yeah, shower room. And yeah, sorry, sometimes the room placement will not make much sense, but this is like, generated map. I would not have been able
Yeah.
to draw out this kind of map at all.
Alright, well,
And
I will move.
here you definitely spot more traces of blood. They seem to be going into the, drainage, whatever sewer system it has. There are like, holes when the water goes in.
Mhm.
So, yeah. But again, no bodies.
Alright. Well, I'll move to here and let someone else stack up next to me to open this door. But before
Okay.
we open the seemingly big room, I'm going to ask for 5 minutes so I can order a pizza.
Yep.
Okay, sure.
In those 5 minutes, I would step up and check the.
Alright, we have a heal specialist after all.
I was just saying, Frederick's just like, wait a minute, I need to order a pizza. And everyone else just like, wait, what?
Yeah, it reminded me of one VR role-playing series I'm watching, and there's this guy that seemingly trying not to break the RP card that much. He says, hold on a moment, I'm connecting to the spirit of the Indian food delivery, because he was like in the middle of like arranging food for himself, and they play in like cyberpunk / Shadowrun world, so corporations, magic and whatnot. So
I am asking the gods above for sustenance.
yeah. Okay.
So I'm waiting for Sans to roll his.
I mean, sure, he can try. Because it's his only thing. Okay, nice. NPCs are rolling well. However, it's not that hard to figure out, so both of you pass. And then he looks at you, thinking the same thing, Sergeant. Because, yes, somebody was shot. However, it's the case of, judging from the blood pattern and the bullet hole, somebody committed suicide in here. Somebody locked themselves in, and they blew their brains out.
Was there a bullet shell in the on the floor? Or casing?
Yeah, sure. There can be. It was like a kinetic weapon, so yeah, there can be like a bullet casing.
Alright, so in that case, I would pick that up and judge what the caliber it would be. Was it a 9mm or 45?
Either. This is like yeah. Just you can confirm this was like made from, because you are part of the military, so you know this was made from the like standard issued weaponry, nothing exotic.
Alright.
Yeah, essentially,
Yes.
Zach, yes, somebody was shot here, but it was a suicide.
Okay.
Judging
I
from
figured it was something like that.
Judging from
Yeah.
a blood pattern and bullet hole, and the fact that Jackie can confirm that from the bullet casing that this was made from a regular standard issued military weapon, military like kinetic weapon. Not
Wait,
like,
was the door locked on the when we first arrived here?
I mean, when Frederick opened it, no. And now that you think about it, as you check it, then yeah, the lock seems to be broken. Like it was forced open from like your side, from the outside, not the inside. Actually, no. Sorry. Let's put it differently. For creepy. The lock was damaged, and it seems to be damaged from the inside.
See, what's interesting to me is whatever happened here, they had the courtesy to close the door. Yes, I believe we should go ahead and open this next door.
Alright.
Okay, and probably like Izuhara just went to check in this, and probably James also, because there's like more blood patterns and whatnot. And as this is happening, okay, reveal area.
Yeah, I say I'm in the front for when bad things happen.
Oh, okay. So on the map, this seems like a mostly empty room. However, in reality, this is like a halfway point between, you know, temporary storage. So there are like several locked crates of different stuff, metal crates, wood crates, that will still in the process of like, you know, properly stacking, because on the other side you see like paperwork, you know, office desks, lockers. Basically this seems like a room that's for you know, processing whatever was given to the facility, so they may properly fill it in.
Sir, there's a door on the other side of the room. Should I proceed towards that one or proceed down the hall?
And there's something more.
Oh, okay.
You do notice, at first you think you see humans, like humanoid creatures. However, they seem, after like a second, they seem more like statues. Essentially, along the room there are 6 frozen beings. As in frozen, like you see, you probably guess they are humans. However, they seem to be coated in a weird greenish, like rotten greenish, like substance, like some sort of ooze. Like the effect I'm going for, like, you know, when they found like bodies of people like after volcano, so they're like this like statue of ash, but still like standing whole. So this is something similar, but instead of ash, this is more like this ozonous greenish, rotten greenish substance that seems to be coating them. Kind of like
mucus?
Kind of like a mucus, like very thick, and they seem to be like frozen. Kind of like you know, some of the civilians in the background in XCOM were like this sort of green mucus, and seem to be frozen in static.
Well, in that case, I'd say contact instead. And then just kind of move into the room, check corners, gun ready kind of thing.
Okay.
Alright.
Obviously, Abraham steps in with you with weapon up. Checking left.
I have no idea what the fuck these things are.
Casper and Lise keep an eye on the hallway as the rest of us enter.
Gideon will keep the rear. Yeah, all in all, not identify, but you figure out there are like 6 of these victims.
We had a way to check for life signs, right? Can we do that on these guys?
this will be a roll, but give me a moment. Like 1 moment, please.
That's because you're not supposed to chew on it. That's why I cut it off.
Yeah, that's kinda the effect I'm looking for. It's pretty close.
Almost like some form of chrysalid.
Yeah, like some sort of cocoon.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, like, do they detect his life signs, or was that something else that was detecting that?
Yeah. Essentially, you can make me notice wisdom check. Actually, huh. In this case, because that's reading the signs and whatnot, so I mean there are 3 ways. You can make notice wisdom, or you can make heal wisdom, or you can make know intelligence.
I would go with heal wisdom.
DC of 8.
I'm just... If it's... telling us whether or not they're alive, I'm not sure what the check's for, but I guess we'll find
Ooh.
out.
Max roll.
Alright. So, as you analyze the data, it's not that easy, because the data, like the scanners here, mainly, maybe because like there's something in the air that causes slight disturbance, static. That, I mean, your devices and whatnot can still work, but it's there are some issues from time to time that you have to like power through them. So what it reads is that there are life signs coming from inside of those things. However, they are weird. The life signs are all over the place. They are erratic. They do not fall into whatever like guideline or threshold you have for humans, like usual. The signs are definitely unnatural.
Yeah. Well, good news, they are alive. Bad news, they don't register as human. Their heartbeat patterns are too erratic. The brainwave
It's completely all over the place
yeah,
and just plain bizarre.
brainwave patterns are completely all over the place. I don't see any form of pulse on them. I can't say for sure if we should open them up or not, but I say we seal this room for now, and worry about it another time.
Understood.
As you are speaking, and as you're checking the patterns, something happens and you start seeing the cocoons are starting to crack.
Oh, then I'm gonna shoot him.
And from one of the cracks there's like a spike link just going going through, and then this sounds like, and then the cocoon starts splitting open.
Alright, engage.
Yeah.
And what will come out of them? And yeah, you can make. I mean, we'll go into initiative. I remember that you, as warriors, do not have to roll.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna add you to the initiative. Add turn. And I will roll for anyone else. Okay. Also, doesn't have the heroic PC has this thing that heroic warrior that they automatically hit lesser enemies?
Yes.
Yeah, so this will count. Okay, so I need to like make a roll, and because considering how much combat there might be and whatnot, so I will probably, as I roll for the NPCs, for especially your support, like squad members, I'll probably keep their initiative track order for the remainder of this dungeon crawl. Okay. Lise, as his nervous wreck, he will have -1. And Gideon and James will have just flat D8. Wow. Gideon and James, flat D8. And then Abram, Casper, and Izuhara, as they are more experienced, they will be rolling with +1. Nice. Okay, slightly less nice. Slightly less nice. And then the infected. Seems fitting. And one more thing. Which means I just have to give you guys, for now, let's say 10. Sending. I mean, it's whatever if Frederick or Jackie are acting first. Okay, so all of these infected, which are essentially, yeah, looking like necromorphs, XPs. So like heavily mutated bodies, still humanoid, but looking grotesque, weird, horrifying, with weird mutations and like bones, muscles splitting and going into all in a completely like horrifying fashion. They like start going through the cocoons, and as Frederick, okay, doing the snapshot at before like the start of combat, so that is, yeah, that is definitely enough to. Which one you want to take out?
I'll do the closest one to me.
Okay, so as the one just is a well-placed shot, just severs its head or whatever is supposed to be its head, and the body is thrown backwards. And you still have your
Actual turn.
actual turn, which, as I said, you can use the macro, but because all of these are like lesser foes, you can we just see what
Well,
kind of damage you
Also
roll.
does the damage.
Yeah.
And I might roll a crit. Who knows? So that I'll be blasting this one with that one, and then that's not much to this one. But I imagine just kind of between the snap attack and going to that one, I just kind of sweep the three of them. So just like a stray shot hits the middle one.
Yeah. As you like suddenly unleash a barrage of bullets that hits them in like vital spots, you definitely hit where their heart or the head's supposed to be.
Oh.
So probably mostly
the
aiming
last one hits.
for the head.
Mhm.
And like blasted backwards. And I think that's. I mean, you can still move for 10 meters.
That'll be my turn.
All right.
Actually, I will move Kirish.
Okay. Okay,
Just
Jackie. So
in
you
front.
did your attack, so that I mean it's automatic hit. So for adding bonus, so that's counting harrowing damage. So that's 3. So that's 1, and then 4, 6, 7. That's 3, so 4. So yeah, it definitely. I mean, which one you targeted with your regular attack?
Me?
Simon?
Yeah, the last one, the one at the far bottom.
All right. So yeah, you're also firing with mag pistol, yeah. So another
Yes.
like kinetic, like magnetically athletic round just smashes into the infected, tearing its head off. The body like slumps backwards, and you still have your Fray die. Although remember that because like Frederick has this like improved Fray die, he has higher. But I mean, you as a warrior, I think you have like D8 if I'm
D8?
correct.
Yeah. It's still D8 for him.
Alright, 4.
Okay. Which one have you targeted?
That one. Down at the corner.
Okay. Yeah, that's. I mean, these guys are regular chumps. Okay, so that was your regular, and then Abraham. They are not heroic warriors, so they. He's like, sure, it was me. The hell is that thing? And then he tries to wreck it. Let's see if he will actually hit. And he's one of the like the better soldiers, so his basic attack bonus is pretty high. Still, almost was not enough, almost, but he equaled, so. Yeah, just let me double check what sort of weapon they could be using. I'm gonna say all of the. For the rest of your squad, the regularly given weapons, where I'm gonna give them laser pistols and razor rifles. Yeah, so he essentially snaps his like razor rifle upwards, and he tries to blast it with like searing. Tries to sear the flesh of this foul creature. And with a 2, because we are using other variant, that's still 1 point, and that's still enough to take out this one.
Nice shot, Abram.
And then he's like moves up here, so to clear the room. And then by the way, yeah, because I don't think you used your move action, Simon.
Oh yeah.
You wanted to move somewhere or?
Let's go over here.
Alright. Okay, Gideon. Actually, I need to roll for something. How sneaky these fuckers are. Actually, yeah, they would have specialist sneak because that's their thing. Yeah, definitely their thing. Definitely their thing. 62. Oh boy. Oh my.
Oh no.
Oh my.
I don't think I can hit that on a notice check.
Yeah, Gideon is like just saying, holding the back, and just like adjust slightly his position on a crouch. James, you need us in there?
He looks around. Negative. Looks like we got them all.
I mean, try not to move your avatar if it's not your
Oh,
turn.
sorry.
Technically, something might happen in a moment. That partially we might still be in like combat. Okay, so with James and Izuhara, they are like continuing scanning this room. Casper, actually, is any one of them specialized in? Did I give them non-combat specialty in perception or notice? Probably not. Yeah. Casper is like slightly inching forward, trying to listen intently. And then... Would that be fun? Hold on, editing stuff. Because for whatever reason, because I'm a dumb, I didn't think about that before. Okay. So before it comes to Lee's turn. Da-dum, 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 da-dum. Actually, for whom they would try to go for?
Oh no.
Let's go like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just for, I mean, yeah, this has no like chance to see that. Oh fucking hell! This is not what I wanted. Equipment and vehicles. Melee weapons. Okay, so it will be that much. So suddenly, two things happen. One, in the corridor, out of nowhere, popping from... Because this is like a large complex, so you can imagine there's like a lot of ventilation shafts like and like rooms where, you know, things, not human things, but things can potentially hide. So there's like very quiet sound as something pops off from the like the ceiling. And then in the corridor, probably what you can see, because this is the creature's turn. This one is yet another infected. However, this one is different. Instead of like regular basic mutations, this one is like more slick, more the matter
Slender.
more slender. The matter seems to fit in with the environment, or the color of this creature's skin, if the skin can be called, and it has like this long appendages, like long limbs, long clawed long limbs that they like mutate into claws, and well, they perform an execution attack on Lise.
No, not Lise.
Or actually, let me just double check. To be fair, they act as an assassin. I need to check if actually no, let's skip it. Let's see if it can actually hit. Although this guy is completely surprised. Like no one had like the way they are like these sneaking specialists, and they rolled like really damn well. They had a chance to, but so essentially what happened, you see in a split of a moment as the limbs turn into claws, like this natural, like unnatural blades, and there's this like gurgle and massive spray of blood as the mutated claws just rip into Lise. However, let's see. He goes down. And let me see. I mean, technically he's your squad member, so I'm gonna say I'm gonna give him a small chance that he won't be immediately dead. However, he's beyond fucked up, and it will be like very hard heal check to keep him alive. Okay, so just plain d20. This is like a saving throw. He has to roll 15 or higher.
15.
Wow. And the same thing at their exactly like same time, as on one hand Lise with like a scream of pain, like gargle of blood, just got slashed, and there's like and then begins to fall down in like a slow motion. Your perception, I mean, on your peripheral vision, also like snapping your heads, you see the similar thing happening to Abram, although Abram is a slightly tougher cookie. So I gave them, oh my god, equipment and vehicles, because I didn't, because they have like a primitive weapons. I mean, it's treated like that, but okay, so that would be 9. Counting damage, so that would be that much. Actually, okay, in this case, he's gonna get damaged, but we'll see by how much. 6 translates to 3 points. So you see as Abraham, like maybe guided by some sort of like instinct, managed to avoid being straight up gutted, but it's a very close shave. So HP wise, HD wise, he's like damaged. However, now they have made their ambush, they cannot escape on the same turn, so they are probably for a rough time. Lise, I mean, right this moment you cannot be certain if he's dead or just bleeding out. So for now he like finishes his fall to the ground and he's like this sound of like gargle as like blood starts filling his lungs. Okay, so I'm gonna give a timer like that. And quick information, these are not lesser foes. And despite their low AC, because they are ambush predators, 6 is not enough to hit them.
You rolled a
However-
nat 1.
However, hold on, I need to double check, because there was something like for warriors and the fray die that even if your enemy is not lesser foe, you can still use it. Or no, sorry, that was only for...
That was psychics.
for
However,
friends. Yeah.
I think there is, once per combat, you can say a miss as a hit.
That's correct. Because I vaguely recall something like that. Yeah, once per scene. Yeah, that's a basic warrior ability. Okay, so you want to do that?
Yep, and I'm doing it on this one.
Okay. Okay, so the damage stays. So that's so the modifiers go to the highest roll. So that's 4, 6, 8, 9. So 9 translates to 4 points. And then 2 is 1 point, so that's 5 points. He gets very much fucked up, but is still alive. He probably felt that you tried to like aim for like some vital critical point. Yeah, didn't I mention that Freyda is not...
Oh right, yeah, never mind.
Yeah, because this is not la.
That was just habit. That was just habit.
Yeah, sure, no problem. So this one is extremely injured. Okay, and do you move? Yep, there.
Yep.
Okay. So Jackie, you just saw us like, yeah, Lee's got like fucked up. He might be dead or just dying right now as he was like skewered with some weird natural claws / blade. And Abram also got ambushed. However, Abram is still standing. Perhaps he's like better experience.
I'm guessing this is one of those telltale moments. Which one do I go for? But yeah, I would, since Frederick has the other one occupied and it's probably not going to survive until its next turn, Jackie is going to focus on the assassin in front of him in the same room. So that's another shot with the mag pistol. And just waiting for the roll to show up. Wow.
Sadly, that's a miss.
Can I also go with the once per combat it hits?
Yeah, it's that called once per scene, but yeah. Yeah.
Oh, once per scene.
Yeah, what? Also that damage roll. Double ones. on a die.
Jesus.
I almost honestly wouldn't because of that damage roll.
Yeah.
But it's up to you.
Yeah, in that case, I'm going to straight up miss.
Alright.
The dice gods have made their
shit.
point.
I forgot, because technically speaking we're using like the move vanilla actions. However, like main actions, I mean, apart from the fact that you do have the ability to like turn like your regular warrior stuff, there are like options that you might take if you want to like if like the roll misses, because for now up until then you just had to roll for damage because lesser foes will automatically hit. However, now that you have to roll to hit, either you can use your once per scene reroll, or as the main action strange attack show, like there are some other options that you might use. And
Since you did it at range,
because now that I remembered it, if Frederick will want to, instead of spending that once per scene and choose something else, I can be fine with that.
I'll exchange hits since it's a melee attacker and I was at range.
Okay, suddenly.
You know who is in range?
I mean, they attack from melee, but it's a bold assumption that they do not have any ranged capabilities.
That is fair.
Bold of you to assume.
I'd still do exchange hits.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure, absolutely. So yeah, they're obviously their like melee weapons are more deadly, but they're still like trying exchanging hits, because to make this work in fiction, the hunter, the assassin in fact that you're like attacked, he like as he dodged like the attack that would have decapitated him, his like not even like very humanoid, this like horribly mutated maw is like and it tries to like spit a small like some sort of like corrosive acid at you. Not
in that
large,
case, I'm going to exchange hit as well.
not large volume, but there's like some small risk, I guess. Okay, so yeah, but we still did the damage, and he tries to hit you because on exchange blows, we've decided after last time that, oh my god, where is it? That, yeah, they get an attack roll.
Mm-hmm.
And they are rolling with, yeah, that much. These guys, I mean, they are easy to hit. They have really low AC. But they can be pretty irritating. However, I believe that's a miss.
That is a miss.
Okay. And for the second one, okay, so you dealt him 5, so that's translating into... okay, so 1 is no damage, but the modifiers go to the other one, so that's 3, 4. 4 means 2 points. So that damages it, but it's still standing. And it tries also to like spit some corrosive acid at you. Not big of a volume, but still. Rolling with that much. However, I believe that's a hit.
I believe that is also a hit.
Okay. Okay, 5 translates to 2 points. So 2 points of damage.
So, -2. And I move up next to him.
Alright. Okay, Abram, getting slightly surprised, he's like cursing. Yup, twoju mać. However, he's not exactly a melee expert, so seeing that Jackie is like going up front, he's gonna use that opportunity to make a fighting withdrawal. So to not get attack of opportunity, he's gonna spend his main action to like disengage. and then move action to actually move away. So he doesn't get like actually hit, but he tries to move slightly away, and that will be his turn. Gideon turns around. It's like Perkele, and then he tries to nail the assassin with his laser rifle in a close range with a +4 to hit, and that's a hit. Unless he rolls a 1, that's assassin's fucking gone. Nope. Yeah. He manages to nail that fucker. And then take him down. So he's like, shit! Not there anymore. And he won't be going into the room, but he will try to move in a way to like stand right next to Lys and seeing what he can do to him.
Yeah, try to stabilize him.
If there's anything he can do, and actually check if Lys is even fucking alive. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, Izuhara, he's like, yeah, also moving back to the corridor and like checking corners, making sure that there's no more surprises. And Casper, still covering the front. Okay, and this one, technically speaking, because Jackie nor Frederick attacked him in melee, and Abram moved away, so technically he might try to disengage, but So you get this sense, this feeling that this is like an ambush predator, so obviously now that it has a chance, it will run away, right? Instead, the weird thing happens, and despite whatever instinct it tells it, it doesn't even go for Jackie. Wait, you have 19 AC. Alright, because you also took the power armor, I guess.
Assault suit.
Yeah, assault suit. Yeah, but that's the one of the power armors. Instead, it goes up to this big fucker. It goes into melee. And attempts to strike him with a melee attack. And I'm gonna say that he picks the option to exchange blows. So yeah, you get free attack roll. However, he does that much. Which translates into 3 points.
I will use my I hit though.
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, but I mean, yeah, you, because this is
just says once per scene on an attack roll.
I mean, this is still the same scene.
Yes, and last time I used exchanged hits instead.
Oh, right, because we reverted that.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 6, 8, 10, 11, and 4. 11 and 4. 11 translates into 4 points, and 4 translates into 1 point. Okay. Yeah, so technically speaking, like he already went into like melee, but you still with your like experienced combat, you like still managed to pull off, especially since you like decided that you hit. So you managed to like he slashes at you. You manage to like avoid like critical injury, and then like one shot like to the limbs so that the enemy loses ground, then to the torso and to the head, like the bullets rip through the tissue, and the assassin falls back. And fuck, what the fuck was that? James is like, Sergeant, it's
In
bad.
that
Liz
case,
is
I
bleeding
will.
out. Yeah, I'm gonna clear the tokens of the enemies.
Alright, I'm guessing it's a heal check to try to stabilize him.
Remember, I mean, did you roll? I mean, yes, but also remember, because I'm not sure if like you've wrote in your equipment that you can take like medkits and Lazarus patches. I would assume that you.
I don't think I have
Yeah, but seeing
put
that
anything in my.
that you have like a medical like experience, then
Yeah.
you would definitely be given some Lazarus patches and medkits. And let me double check how this worked, because yeah, James rolled 6 and that's not enough to actually stabilize, and he's like he can figure out that he's like rapidly bleeding out. Actually, no, sorry, I did fuck up, because it says that the difficulty is 6, and he managed to use it in the same round that the yeah, sorry, my apologies, small retcon. So instead, like, Sergeant, Liz is stabilized, but he's fucked up. And
Alright,
what the fuck was that?
no idea, but they're dead now, so. Everybody, huddle up, check your corners. We are officially in a red zone. Red being a combat zone.
Who's gonna be carrying him?
Let's. We don't have any kind of stretchers, do we? So,
Probably not.
for now, I'm guessing Kojiro.
I mean, in terms of like howling stuff, like Abram is the most like fit. Like he's the biggest dude, and he's acting as your pack mule essentially. And Exert is his like specialty for non-combat
Alright.
checks.
In that case, Abram would carry Lise for now. Now, let's find a room where we can form up, regroup, and see if we can connect with the rest of platoon leaders.
Yeah, so far there's like no radio contact, and you are not sure if they are already like in the base or not. And up front, as you're getting closer, this seems like some sort of office, so you might be able to move there and find out. However, I mean, if you are fine with that, I would be calling it here for
Yep.
today.
Should probably leave for the hospital as well.
And I forgot to mention that, okay, because last time, let's say that combat itself wasn't like that hard and not like this was like more of an introduction, so I'm gonna say like here you get free XP, so you do get a level up from the first harrowing experience of dealing with the necromorph infected. And yeah, in the back of your heads of your characters, there's this like thought, okay, they said that this facility had room for hundreds of staff members. So what if that happened with all of them, or whatever else? But yeah, I mean, you will have time to figure out what you want to take for your level up, and in case of any questions between the sessions...
Matt, I can promise you I will very likely not be leveling up until next week.
Okay.
I'd say that I'd do it before next session, but we both know that's not true.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, understandable. Okay, that will be it for today.
Also,